All right, what's up? We're live. We're streaming the Michigan Democrat and Republican primaries here. Obviously, we know who won them, Biden and Trump. However, there's some interesting components in this race that I want to stream over. I'll be live for about 30 to 45 minutes. So let's get started. So obviously, the focus is right now for me is the Democratic primary, as you see on the screen. Biden wins it by about four, with about 80%. But you see uncommitted, that is basically the protest vote against Biden. So yes. All right, let's start out with this. So right now, the area with the biggest support for uncommitted is Wayne County, where is right here. 4% in, 24% for uncommitted, 71% for Biden. The other one next door, Washington County, where it's 21%. Those are the two counties with the protest vote over 20%. There's a lot of Biden counties to come in. But I will quickly go over the Michigan primary for Republican side. All right, so here we go. Republican side of the primary. Whoops, I shared the screen. I guess I didn't. So we're gonna go into the Republican side of the primary here. So right now, here we go. This is obviously Trump won with 23% in. He gets 9 delegates so far. Haley has 2. But as you can see, Trump is underperforming what his polling had. So polling had Trump getting about 80%. He is at 66%. So right now, looking at it, Trump's biggest weaknesses is these in the orange. So Washington now County, he's winning by only 9% with 73% in, 79% in. Oakland showing a nice night for Trump. All right, and then Ingham County only a 24-point lead. Kent County is a under 20-point lead. Up here in Grand Traverse County, it is a 21-point lead. So Haley is doing well to her standards in those couple of counties. Trump is winning by about 38% right now in the Republican primary. All right, so let's go over to the Democratic primary once again. This is uncommitted is at 14.7%. Biden is at 79.7%. Again, this is a narrow landslide victory for the President of the United States. However, uncommitted is really a protest vote. And in a sec, I'll show you the history of this protest vote history in the last two presidential elections of incumbents, so 2020 and 2012. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so let's get into it. We got all right, so here we go. So let's look at some historical precedent. First off, we got 2012. So this is President Obama running for re-election. He got 89% of the vote. The uncommitted vote was 10.7%. And let's go over to Michigan 4 years ago for the Republican primary. So this is Trump. You see, Republicans in this primary really didn't go with the uncommitted option. So let's look at this. So Trump got 93% of the vote in 2020 in the GOP primary. Uncommitted was about the protest vote was about 5%. And Trump's only real notable primary challenger, Bill Weld, got just under a percentage point in that primary. So again, Democrats, I've been more weaker by on the uncommitted vote side, but not as bad as what's going on with Biden tonight. So right now, Biden is doing 10 points worse than what Trump that Trump got about uncommitted vote in 2020 for Trump was 4.7%, but he's also doing worse than Obama, which was 10.7%. So he's doing 4 points worse than Obama here. So let's go over. So the biggest real area where the uncommitted vote is coming from is the county of Wayne in Michigan, which is Detroit, Dearborn. Again, a big area of Arab population going into Washtenaw County, which is where it's Ann Arbor, the University of Michigan. Young voters. Biden also has not been doing well. Uncommitted vote has been declining a bit. It peaked at 16.6% about an hour ago now. So uncommitted has really went down the pipes a little bit, but again, we have yet to get more votes from Wayne County, which is only 4% in. We still got a ton of vote in Ann Arbor, Washtenaw County, King County. This is another young area, 14% for uncommitted. What's Ottawa County, 10%. Oakland, 14. It's really the Detroit suburbs and over into Grand Rapids really is where the biggest amount of resistance is for the Democratic Party, for Joe Biden. But we haven't really gotten any results from Wayne County itself to provide for you how bad of a night this could be for Biden. So let's go over to it's 22% in. Biden's already been awarded 86 delegates. Again, the biggest protest vote is here in Wayne County, 24% for uncommitted. Uncommitted is a no vote, it's protest. Some prominent Michigan politicians have encouraged people to do the uncommitted option. In counties with almost 100% in, so it is 16, 13, and 10 respectively for those 3 counties with 100% in. 93% in Wasco County, it's 9% for uncommitted. The next closest, it's Iona, is 14% uncommitted. So again, I want to go for if the 10% under 15, around 10% is where the benchmark usually is in the Democratic primary for Michigan. 10 to 15 is we'll get a few people talking, but not by night. 15% really is 15 to 20 is we'll get some heads rolling, and then 20% or more panic time in Biden headquarters. So that is what's really the benchmark here. So there's still a lot of pro-Biden counties to come in, still a lot of pro-Biden votes coming in. But there's also a lot of, again, Wayne County, the Detroit area, that right here, Macomb, Oakland, Wayne, Washita, that's where a lot of this Arab population is. That's where a lot of this vote for uncommitted is at. Kalamazoo, watch that as well. They're a big county. So that is what is going on here with, again, the historical president is uncommitted, usually gets around between 4 and 10% historically, 4 to 10%. The benchmark for really the panic button point for Biden is if uncommitted gets to really 20%. But 15 to 20 is people should start getting worried. Right now it's just under 15. 10 to 15 is little nervous, and then 10% is obviously the benchmark. That is what it is up to right now. Again, we have yet to get a lot of vote from Wayne County, which is where Dearborn and Detroit is. That is where the biggest amount of Arab population is, and I think the entire nation is in that area. And obviously, that population is mad at Biden for the Israel issue. But again, I've been told this right now for Trump. Let's look at the Michigan primary. Trump obviously won this race, but polls had him polling in the 80s. He's obviously underperforming there, but still amazing now. He's going to get around 10 to. He's going to. Haley probably got her only delegates of the night here, so yeah, it's going to be a. Yeah, Trump is probably going to get about 14 delegates out of the 16. So that is again another good night for Trump. The caucuses are on Super Tuesday, which will allocate the rest of the delegate choices to probably the rest of the delegates are probably going to go to Trump. But some weak points here where Trump is doing a little worse than in the state is, again, Washita. It's a 9-point lead for him there. Ingham, he has a 14-point lead. Kent, he has a 19-point lead, and then finally Grand Traverse, he has a 25-point lead. The rest of the counties, he's getting about 30% of a 30% lead. That's where he's getting a lot of his votes from. Is in. So let's see here. Haley's getting a lot of the vote in those four. Her vote in those 4 counties. But Wayne County, Trump 33% lead. Macomb, Trump 50. That's 60% lead. Oakland 30% lead. So the big Detroit area. Livingston, he has I think that's like a 45-point lead. Like Ottawa, that's a 35-point lead. Muskegon, that's 42. Kalamazoo, 41. So, other than I should update CNN presidential predictions. Yeah, I haven't really been active for uploading videos. I've been pretty busy. So, but I saw that this state primaries was very interesting because of the speaking of uncommitted, it's getting around 2.7% here in the Republican primary. Obviously, everyone is either in Haley column or the Trump column, but it's still getting a decent amount. It's getting more than Ron DeSantis. Again, he dropped out, but he's got a percent. Back over to the Democratic primary. Let's see. And Biden has gotten to 80%. Uncommitted is down to 14.3. Again, this has really been a decline for uncommitteds. Earlier, about an hour ago, uncommitted was about 17% of the vote. That is approaching disaster territory for Biden. That was approaching disaster territory. It's looking like uncommitted is going to be around 10 to 15, which is interesting. But 20% is really like what a lot of those activists were shooting for. 20%. 20% uncommitted would be honestly, that would have been a disaster for the Biden campaign. Right now, it's fluctuating between 14 in the low 14% range here. So that is what's happening here in Michigan. I should not close my slide. So I was gonna show you guys again the historical precedent of the past two incumbents facing primaries against uncommitted. So give me a sec. I'm gonna load that up. All right, let's get this back up. All right. What do you guys want to see first, 2020 or 2012? The last two times an incumbent ran for re-election. Oh, we got more results. Biden has fallen under 80%. So Biden has been fluctuating between 79 and 80% all night. Uncommitted, it's been fluctuating now in between 14 and 14 and a half for the past hour. So that's what's been happening. So let's start this off. So we're gonna go with 2012 here. This is the last time a Democratic incumbent faced some sort of protest vote. That is 10% uncommitted, 89% for Obama, and then Trump in 2020. He got about 94%. Uncommitted was about 5. Bill Weld got about 0.9% of the vote here. Oh, we got some results from Dearborn now, which is we got some more votes from Wayne County. With I don't think they have updated yet. I'll just read you the initial results from Dearborn. I don't think they have it updated here. So the first out of Dearborn, this is really the big bad spot for for Biden. Biden is losing 3-1. He's at 24%. Uncommitted, the protest vote is 73%. Yikes. That is the results from just that city of Dearborn. I don't think they are now into that. I don't think New York Times is updated yet, so I don't know if this is the updated version or not. Oh, here we go. Never mind. I think I should go try to get the Secretary of State's office. See what they have on the Secretary of State. Elections. All right, so I got the Secretary of State's office up right now. I'm going to see if it matches up with New York Times. Oh, there we go. We got an update. I think that was... No, it was not. But uncommitted is coming back up. All right, so we're looking at Wayne County. So let's see here. St. Oyger has got 164 votes, and this is not right. This is not right. All right, this was updated at only 3 counties are reporting on the Secretary of State's office. Okay. Are they going for where is the county? Okay. It's the 3 counties that's 100% is what's been shown on the Secretary of State's office. So I do not know if the Dearborn numbers is what is in the updated Secretary of State's office. Again, I have New York Times up. I've been looking at the Secretary of State's office. It only has the 3 counties that's fully in report listed. So it was not a big help. So what I'm really relying on right now is Twitter and on New York Times to see if everything is right here. But voter turnout, we got some voter turnout data here. So it says the voter turnout in Issaquah County, that's 5990. That's 6,000 voters. 932 out of Luce County and 643 out of Coenal County. So that's interesting, but again, it doesn't show the actual results. It doesn't even have the uncommitted vote on the Secretary of State office. I don't think the county will have it. The county website won't have it, right? I'm going to check. It's Wayne County, Michigan elections. All right. Elections. All right. Let's see if Wayne County is everything's updated, and we'll see the Wayne County clerk. All right, elections. Election results. Unofficial results. Let's go. I think I got it. Federal. All right, so this is what the Board of Elections has for Wayne County, Michigan. Uncommitted has 2020 votes. All right. 5985 for Joe Biden. Let's see here. Joe Biden 5985. All right. Williamson 273. Let's see. Yep. All right, we got that. All right. So it is the New York Times and county. So it is looking. So I've seen the Wayne County Election Board and the New York Times are in sync. So I didn't miss anything. The voter turnout is 0.83% right now. I'll continue to look at the Wayne County Election Board to check and see if I have anything else. All right, so right now it is 10:32 Eastern. So I think Michigan is split in. So whichever part of Michigan you're from, it's either 9:31 or 10:31. So let's look at some of the big counties again. So up here, let's go Kent, 19% uncommitted, 20% in. Muskegon, 85%, 27% in. Providing 8% uncommitted. Ottawa, 10% uncommitted. Kalamazoo, 15% uncommitted. Jackson, 12%. Washington now, 21%. 24% uncommitted in Wayne. 13% uncommitted in Oakland. 13% uncommitted in Macomb. It doesn't say how many more votes they're expecting left in this area. All right, so let's go look at Trump. Let's go look at Republican. I think I might end the stream soon. All right, so it looks like Haley has lost some support somewhere. I forgot where. Washington County is now 11-point lead for Trump. Kent is a 17-point lead for Trump. Grand Traverse, 24-point lead for Trump. Estimated remaining votes, 109,000 in Wayne, 97 in Macomb, 68 in Kent, 19 in Ingham, 11 in Bay, 15,000 in Jackson, 15,000 in Muskegon, 11 in Grand Traverse, 14,000 in Monroe, 33,000 in Oakland. Yeah, you have to get Waniai and Clinton, which is 14 and 12,000. And then the biggest is Saginaw County. We don't have results there either. So a lot of votes left, but I don't see where Haley can improve. Trump can push 70 here. All right, I'm gonna reload both the Democratic and Republican. I did not. All right, here we go. $59.85. Yep, everything's still caught up in the Wayne County vote. So I think I've lost. I think I wasted enough of you guys' time. So I'll see you guys in my next stream, which is in a week from today. So a week from today, I'll be streaming Super Tuesday. I will be doing most of the down ballot primaries and all that stuff. and I'll also be looking at some of the presidential results. As I have my remaining primary schedule in my community tab, you can go check that out at the end of the stream. I've been South Political Central, and the stream is over.